Hello friends! Today, let's look at a scandal that almost crashed fast fashion giant Shein in Europe. You might be like me and have seen those Shein haul videos on your phone. Bloggers excitedly tear open packages, exclaiming over a $10 dress or a $5 top. That dopamine rush from cheap prices is Shein's core magic. But imagine this scene. November 2025. A French blogger is filming an unboxing. She excitedly tears open the package, and what she pulls out is a pixelated doll, about 80 centimeters tall, holding a teddy bear with the appearance of a child, accompanied by TikTok's most popular "oh no" sound effect. The blogger's expression instantly freezes. This was the Dollgate scandal that erupted in France in 2025. It instantly transformed all the abstract criticisms of Shein, like supply chain chaos and poor quality, into a concrete, unbearable, and extremely disgusting reality. So, how did this whole thing come to light? It wasn't an influencer, it was the French government. In early November 2025, France's Directorate General for Competition, Consumer Affairs, and Fraud Control discovered these products on Shein's French website. The government's announcement pulled no punches, stating directly that the description and classification made the pedopornographic nature of their content unquestionable. And reportedly, one of the dolls even came with an extremely explicit, sexualized title. This was a big deal. This was no longer about counterfeit goods. It was a serious criminal case. The Directorate General for Competition, Consumer Affairs, and Fraud Control immediately referred the case to the Paris prosecutor's office. The prosecutor quickly launched a criminal investigation into whether Shein was disseminating child pornography. In France, this can carry a maximum sentence of 7 years in prison. Crucially, the prosecutor's investigation immediately expanded. They discovered that Shein's competitors, AliExpress, Temu, and Wish, also had similar illegal items. This proved that this was not just a mistake by Shein alone, but a systemic failure of all these ultra-fast fashion platforms. Their model, which relies on a massive number of third-party sellers, rapid new product launches, and algorithm-driven processes, inherently contains a huge and dangerous regulatory black hole. Facing this potentially fatal crisis, Shein's public relations response was textbook, what I call legal judo, using the opponent's strength to deflect its own responsibility. Step 1, a lightning-fast apology to stop the bleeding. Shein immediately removed the products and upped the ante, announcing a ban on the sale of all sex dolls and temporarily delisting the entire adult products category. Executive Chairman Donald Tang also issued a statement, fighting the exploitation of children is non-negotiable for our company. Step 2, building a firewall to shift blame. Donald Tang's statement contained a crucial sentence. These were marketplace listings from third-party sellers, but I personally take responsibility for this. This sentence was very clever. I personally take responsibility. This was for the public. To appease emotions. Third-party sellers, this was for the judges. In legal terms, this is called platform immunity. Shein was implying, I'm just a neutral technology platform, like a shopping mall. I only provide the venue. It's a tenant in the mall selling illegal items. You can't arrest me, the mall owner. This is a standard defense used by e-commerce platforms worldwide. Step 3, strategic shift, or the judo flip. The most audacious move came next. Shein's French spokesperson announced that they would 100% cooperate with the judicial investigation and were prepared to share the buyer list of these dolls. This was a clever strategy. By proactively sharing buyer data, Shein dramatically repositioned itself from a potential criminal under investigation to a partner of the state, an ally assisting in the capture of pedophiles. This move cleverly shifted the media and public's focus from the platform's systemic negligence to the individual crimes of end users. Very, very clever. You might think, isn't it just a product violation? Does it really need to be such a big deal? French Finance Minister Roland Lescure directly threatened on camera, if this behavior recurs, we will have the right to ban the Shein platform from the French market. A finance minister of a G7 country threatening to completely ban a global e-commerce giant is extremely rare in modern business history. Before the doll incident, such a ban might have been seen as excessive trade protectionism or illegal market intervention. Why such a strong reaction from France? Because Shein's doll bomb fell into a powder keg already filled with explosives. In fact, France had long wanted to deal with it. Let's first look at background 1. At the time of the scandal, the French Parliament was already advancing a world-first bill, specifically targeting ultra-fast fashion with revolutionary measures. Advertising ban. This would directly hit Shein's core marketing strategy, which relies on social media influencers. Eco-tax. A tax on each ultra-fast fashion garment, potentially reaching €10 per item by 2030. This bill was originally quite controversial, but the Dollgate incident was a divine assist for the bill. It perfectly demonstrated that these platforms are incapable of self-regulation, and the government must intervene forcefully. Next, let's talk about background 2, cultural invasion and historical finds. The timing of this scandal was also disastrous. The incident occurred just days before Shein planned to open its first permanent physical store in Paris. And the location of this store was highly symbolic and provocative, situated in the historic BHB Marais department store, directly opposite Paris City Hall. To the French, who see themselves as guardians of high fashion, this was nothing short of cultural invasion. Moreover, in the same year, Shein had already been fined 3 times by the French government for issues such as false advertising and illegal data collection, totaling €191 million. So, do you understand now? Shein was already considered a bad actor in the eyes of Europeans. This dull scandal was just the last straw that broke the camel back. So, how did such a disgusting item end up on the platform? Currently, there are 2 main viewpoints, but if you listen to my analysis, these 2 viewpoints are actually one and the same. Viewpoint A, algorithm out of control theory. Shein has millions of SKUs on its platform. This might just be an item automatically listed by the algorithm, and they themselves don't even know what they're selling. This viewpoint is technically correct. Shein's model relies on AI algorithms to analyze trends and then push products online in a very short time. It also admits that products come from third-party sellers. But my analysis is, the algorithm is not out of control at all. It is perfectly executing the core instructions it was given. This core instruction is speed and scale. In this system, built for speed, any process that requires manual intervention is time-consuming and expensive, such as ethical review or safety review, becomes a bug. It's a bottleneck that slows down new product launches and increases costs. So this scandal is not the result of a malfunctioning algorithm. It is the inevitable product of an algorithm working as designed. Viewpoint B, ethical collapse theory. This is disgusting. Shein has no bottom line for making money. This viewpoint is also strongly supported by Shein's dark history. Labor, accused of being linked to forced labor, with suppliers having 75-hour work weeks and child labor. Safety, products repeatedly found to contain dangerous chemicals, such as lead exceeding nearly 20 times the limit, and cadmium exceeding 8,500 times the limit. Plagiarism, facing numerous lawsuits regarding plagiarism. But my analysis is, the true ethical collapse did not happen at the moment an employee clicked approve to list the doll. It happened at the very beginning of the system's design. When Shein's founders decided to build a business model with algorithmic speed as its sole core competitiveness, ethical collapse had already occurred. Choosing to build a system that prioritizes speed of new product launches, knowing it would lead to compliance gaps, that choice itself was an ethical collapse. These 2 viewpoints are 2 sides of the same coin. This childlike doll is the inevitable product of the automated system created by the company's initial ethical choices. Friends, the true significance of this doll scandal is that it represents the end of the Wild West era of ultra-fast fashion. You might say, everyone will complain, but tomorrow they'll still buy from Shein because it's so cheap. You're right, the data also supports this. But this is precisely the crux of the problem. Because attempts to regulate the ultra-fast fashion industry through individual consumer choices and market forces have completely failed. Consumers either don't know about these issues, don't care, or they use price as a factor to convince themselves. So this responsibility has now completely shifted to the state, meaning the regulators. France and the European Union have seen through this. They are tightening an unprecedented regulatory encirclement. This encirclement has three fronts. First, France's anti-fast fashion bill, I call it economic strangulation. By imposing high eco-taxes, your low-price advantage will completely disappear. Second, the EU's DSA, or Digital Services Act, I call it the Platform Responsibility Law. It completely ends Shein's legal shield of "I'm just a shopping mall." Now you must bear legal responsibility for illegal products on your platform. Third, the EU's CSDD, or Corporate Sustainability Due Diligence Directive, I call it the black box busting law. It forces Shein to open that mysterious supply chain black box. You must now bear legal responsibility for human rights violations throughout your entire value chain, such as forced labor and child labor. Shein's core model is built on opacity and speed, a speed that can only be achieved through a lack of oversight. And now, the new regulatory era demands thorough oversight, which is inherently slow and expensive. This is the fundamental paradox Shein faces. It won't disappear tomorrow, but the reckless, responsibility-evading business model it relies on is coming to an end. They will be forced to become slower, more expensive, and more transparent. In other words, they will be forced to become more like the traditional competitors they once tried to disrupt, such as Zara and H&M. France's doll scandal will be remembered as a historical turning point. It proved in the most terrifying way that hidden in that black box are not just sweatshops or chemical toxins, but also the deepest moral darkness that no civilized government can ignore. All right, that's all for today. What do you think about the future of fast fashion? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section.